Today is Thursday, February the 20th, and it's a little late, so I'm going to keep this short. Volume relative to the average, except we saw the Dow start off the morning strong and then plummeting, and they're saying it's due to the coronavirus. I mean, this has been hanging on and may be the excuse that eventually brings us down to a well-deserved pullback because we've just had a bear market for so long. But look at how all of the markets reacted. The recovery was relatively weak. We look at the advancers to decliners, they're pretty much even. We've seen that now for about 3 days in a row. On the New York Stock Exchange, we saw advancers leading decliners. So different than the overall market of all of the indexes, we saw advancers leading decliners. So that's going to take, make sure that's the right date here, Thursday. That's going to bring us to back up to the neutral line. So we're chattering. What we don't want to see happen, if we've got a bullish case here, is we don't want to see us go up tomorrow to just this trend line and stop there, because it'll be our third lower high, and it's going to show that the bears really are in control of the market, as they took control today at about 10 o'clock. So let's look at the SPX, down 13 points, not dramatic, not a lot. And we've got a bit of a slow internet, I'm sorry. Let's maybe move on to Apple. Apple did what we thought it would do. It's really just moving along this 200% Fibonacci after having done this 14.6% pullback. That's not really very much. But Apple is finding it difficult to break this range of highs, which has been going on now since January the 24th. So we're into a good 4 weeks of this. And volume was pretty low. Caterpillar finished at the bottom of its range for the day, which is not necessarily a good sign. Remember, we had the 50 resistance back here on the 13th, and we've been drifting down since then. I don't see any other visible patterns here, but the 50, the 200 are all in play. We came up and we ended just above the 200. SPLK was looking pretty dire at one point in the day. It had fallen down below the 161.8%, but that may just have been a test for it to go higher. Let's take a look at the volume here. Let me see if I can just raise that for you. The volume was a little bit less than yesterday, nothing spectacular, no big signals there in the volume. CSCO ended up having an up day and finished above the cloud. Where is the Chiku span? The Chiku span is purple. Let's go back and let's get our proper Chiku span. And we can see that the Chiku span today, not really obvious on this chart here. Oh, there it is right here. So we had this Chiku span coming down under the candles, and now where it saw resistance today was right at the 50 and the top of the cloud. So if you were watching the daily today, both of those things were coincidental. And you know what we say, when you've got a cloud and a moving average happening at the same point, they are going to act as resistance, and that's what we saw. So for CSCO to move higher, first of all, this short-term stochastic has bottomed out. It needs to turn upwards. But we've still got the longer-term stochastic drifting down. So it just means that we're going to see probably a lower high. We may see CSCO come up, but we won't see it make a new high until this slower stochastic has bottomed out. So I'm still in SPLK. I did not get out of it. I put GDX up in the spotlight again today because gold is starting to rear its head again, and that's a hedge against perhaps a downturn in the market. So we're going to start looking again at GDX, and we'll clean up some of the historical information and come back and look at GDX, possibly over the weekend. Shopify, wow. Big disappointment in Shopify. It was really looking bad at one time, but you could say that it almost closed the gap. It hasn't quite closed the gap, so that's not a clean gap close. And the gap close would have been this 161.8% Fibonacci. So both of those can attract. And this, we could go a little bit lower. The volume was not significant, so I wouldn't be too worried. And we ended up at the top of the range in the day. So if we look at the 5-minute chart, we did see a movement into the gap, but we ended up moving upwards. And we finished the whole afternoon on a high note. So let's give Shopify the benefit of the doubt and hang in there with the call spreads that we have. Tesla, doji day, down 27. Still glad that I got out of it and was able to recoup whatever was left of my call spreads. AT&T, up 15 cents. 38.59. No, I still got the 38 short calls. They expire next week. So I'm still feeling good that AT&T is range bound. And you can see that we've probably got a range in here between this high of 39.62 and down here of 36.66. I mean, that's a pretty broad range, but we're just moving in that range. And AT&T doesn't look like it's going to break down or break out anytime soon. What else we want to look at? Amazon down 22, but still pretty strong. Did we overlook anything? Let's go back to the SPX. For some reason, the SPX just doesn't want to load. But what it would show us is that we had the cup and handle that was trying to break away. Didn't. A little bit of a pullback. We said, I looked at this chart earlier today, and if you take a look at it, if it will ever come in, the SPX came down and it touched the previous high. And if you remember, we said we're not going to do a breakout. Maybe I can do a shorter time frame and tease this into coming into play. Apparently not. I apologize. But if you look at that chart for the daily S&P 500, the tail of the day touched the high where we had a lot of resistance. And we said before this takes off and goes higher, it's probably going to come down and test for that support, and that's what happened today. So keep an eye out for that. The chances of tomorrow being an up day are fairly positive because the McClellan oscillator is probably going to try to test this line. So we may see a bullish event in the morning, and we may see it tailing off in the afternoon, but there is absolutely no reason to jump in and buy stock right now. Let's just continue to wait and see, and hopefully the S&P 500 will come in tomorrow. Thank you.